Welcome back to CougZone. I'm Brandon Willman.
And I'm Xander Adams. Today we will be talking about WSU's disappointing loss to USC as well as soccer's tough week.
Luckily, volleyball had a great weekend, as well as the swim team at the Chick-fil-A Invitational.
All that and more on CougZone.
The Trojans proved to be too much for Washington State football this past Saturday, as the Cougars lost USC 30-14. The Trojans were led by quarterback Caleb Williams, who had a decent passing day, but it was really running back Travis Dye who carved up the Washington State defense with 148 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Cameron Ward had a decent day for the Cougars with 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. However, it was true freshman running back Jalen Jenkins who highlighted the offense with 130 rushing yards and 54 receiving yards. The offense failed to find any momentum in the second half of the game, scoring 0, while the Cougars defense allowed 12 unanswered points. With this win against the Cougars, the USC's AP poll ranking dropped from 6 to 7. For the Cougs, it will likely take a great performance to get close to the top 25 at any point this year.
The Cougs will hit the road again this weekend and travel down to Corvallis, Oregon to take on the 4-2 Beavers. OSU, like WSU, has only lost this season to ranked Pac-12 teams and has shown to be strong on both the offensive and defensive side of the field. WSU has not lost to OSU's football program in 8 straight years, and the Cougs hope to lengthen that streak. Both teams are close in the battle of the Pac-12 North, and this game will have huge implications on who can contend for a Pac-12 championship. The game will take place on Saturday, October 15th at 6 p.m. and will be televised on the Pac-12 network.
It was a stunner here in Pullman for our volleyball team. On Friday, the Cougs came back and won after being down 2-1 in 5 sets against number 12 Oregon. This is the Cougs' first upset over a ranked team this season. This win also marked their 5th consecutive conference home opener win. Senior Pia Timmer led the Cougs with 21 kills and also had the match-winning point against the Ducks. This would be the first win of the weekend for the volleyball team. The Cougs continued their sweep against the Oregon schools with a 3-0 victory over OSU. The Cougs had 23 swings as a team, while the 5th-year transfer, Laura Janssen, had only 1 attack error on the afternoon. Teammate Katie Ryan had 10 kills. Timmer also had a match high of 11 kills. With this win, the Cougs are 11-0 against unranked team this season. Our WSN correspondent, Diego Montezuma, is outside Bowler with a volleyball preview.
After Wazoo's biggest win of the season against number 12 Oregon, they look to keep it going as they battle Colorado at CU Event Center. The good news for the Cougs is they have won the last 7 matchups against Colorado. However, the bad news is Colorado is currently 8-1 at home, while WSU is 3-4 away. So this can be a very tight matchup, as both of them have the same, near the same overall record. WSU at 12-5 and Colorado at 12-4. So this can be very contested in the Pac-12 matchup. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Diego. The Cougs finished 4th as a team in the Chick-fil-A Invitational. UCLA won the meet overall. On the first day of the meet, freshman Dori Hathazi won this 200-yard butterfly and is also now ranked 5th in the nation in the event and also recorded an NCAA B-cut time. Josie Leapsy placed 5th in the 1,605 free, while Noelle Harvey placed 6th in the 200-yard backstroke. Angela DiPaolo placed 7th in the 100-yard freestyle. The 400-yard freestyle relay team placed 3rd, while the 400-yard medley team placed 7th. Going into the second day of the meet, Hathazi placed 3rd overall in the 100-yard butterfly with a time of 55.09. This would be the 10th fastest time in program history. Emily Lundgren placed 8th in the 100-yard breaststroke as well. 4 Cougs are in the top 25 nationally in their respected events. After their swims this last weekend, we already mentioned Hathazi placing 5th in the 200-yard fly. Josie Leapsy is 15th in the 1650-yard free, and Lundgren is 20th in the 200 breast. Lastly, senior captain Jules Springer is 24th in the 400 IM.
Head coach Todd Schulenberger is fresh off his historic 89th career victory that made him the winningest coach in WSU soccer history. The Cougs proceeded to come away from the Bay winless. The Cougs entered their match against the California Golden Bears, ranked as the 21st best team in the nation on Thursday, but sputtered to a 2-1 loss after managing a season-worst 13 shots with only 1 goal. Cal also managed only 13 shots, but had 2 goals. Brianna McReynolds scored the Cougs' lone goal of the game in the 89th minute, but it was too little, too late for WSU. The loss spelled the end to the Cougs' 10-match unbeaten streak. On Sunday, WSU faced the 14th-ranked team in the nation, the Stanford Cardinal. The Cougs experienced another 2-1 loss. This time, however, WSU set its new season lone shots with just 6 compared to Stanford's 22. The Cougs capitalized on their few shots, with 4 being on goal, forcing Stanford to make 4 saves. Goalkeeper Nadia Cooper had a busy afternoon, making a season-high 8 saves to keep the game within reach. Despite superb defensive effort, the Cougs could not break through. Offensive pressure applied in the first 41st minute caused Stanford to score an own goal on behalf of WSU. The Cougs returned to Pullman after experiencing their first 2 conference losses. They will host Oregon at 7 p.m. on Friday at the Lower Soccer Field. And now we are sending it to Luke Westfall with this week's Coug Outlook.
What's up, Cougs? We have another packed week of Cougar sports coming up. First up, the Cougar cross-country team heads to Wisconsin Friday for the Nutty Cone Wisconsin Invitational, before the big NCAA pre-national Sunday at Oklahoma State University. Next up, the Cougar tennis team has the ITA Northwest Regionals Friday through Sunday in Stanford, California. Then it's a double-decker week for Coug volleyball as they take on Colorado University on the road on Friday before they head to Utah to take on the Utes Sunday. The duck hunt continues Friday as the Cougar soccer team takes on Oregon University right here at home. Make sure to pack the stands. Next up, the rowing team heads to Spokane River for the Head of Spokane event on Saturday. Next on the list is the swim team, who has their first home meet of the season versus the University of California, Berkeley Bears, also on Saturday. Next, your Cougar football team tries to bounce back in Corvallis Saturday, taking on Oregon State University. The game will be broadcasted on the Pac-12 networks. And last but certainly not least is the women's golf squad heading to Kansas University for the Maryland Smith Sunflower Invitational next Monday and Tuesday. That does it for this week in Coug Sports.